First of all, I'd like to thank you all for letting us come be a part of your members today. My name's Daryl Webb. I actually reside here in Lexington. I'm originally from Dallas. I've lived in Lexington for about 7 years now. I moved here my senior year of high school. In high school, I was into athletics. Your normal All-American kid. And I guess with athletics comes your party lifestyle. At least that's what I thought it became, After I moved here, I joined the Army. I'm an Iraq veteran. When I got out of, the Army, I got pretty wild, got into drugs, got into drinking. I burned a lot of bridges, let's put it that way, and, I burnt my family, anything I could get a hold of. I pretty much was a pretty selfish person when it came down to it. After about a year of being out of the military, I got in trouble. I put on probation for possession of OxyContin. I was on probation for about 3 years. Now my family's real, Christian. I've been in church my whole life, so it's nothing new for me. And in hindsight now, looking back, I knew God was with me the whole time. There probably wasn't a day that went by that I didn't feel convicted, pretty much I broke down one night. Like I said, I'd burned everything, and I found myself alone in my house eating biscuits and ramen noodles. That's how bad it came. So pretty much I broke down, and I knew I had to do something because what I was doing wasn't working for me. So I got in contact. My sister actually is in Teen Challenge in Priscilla's place. She's about to graduate in a week or so. And I kind of took her, I kind of followed her and got into Chad's Hope. And, it pretty much, John 10:10 says the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And, that's exactly what he did in my life. I went from, having pretty much whatever I wanted to losing it all. And now that I've gotten with Teen Challenge and Chad's Hope, my life is pretty much turned around. I've restored all the relationships I've had with my family. I used to have a lot of guilt and shame, especially when I would come around my family. Well, needless to say, they didn't even want me around pretty much. And so that's been restored, and, I find more peace now than I think I have in, probably 10 years. Even when I would lay down at sleep at night, I was wondering how I would, do what I wanted to the next day, how I would get money. I was worried about who I had ripped off to maybe, come back and get me the next day. And now, I have so much peace. And, that's all to Jesus Christ, because, as I said, the way I was working just wasn't working. And now that I've rekindled my fire with Jesus, I find that, I'm in a spiritual high now instead of having to, a worldly high. And, I would just challenge you, if you are out there in your mess and you are being convicted and you know what you're doing is wrong, don't be afraid to, come to somebody and find out more about Jesus. And, this is a good program right here, too. I'm sure you'll be able to get connected with us by the time we leave. But I just thank you guys. Amen.